I just got my hands on the new Dyson Airstrait.
Dyson Airstrait on
You want the first ever Dyson Airstrait review?
I did it.
Does the new Dyson Airstrait?
Dyson just released this new
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're doing something so exciting. We are trying out the new Dyson Airstrait. Usually when a device or a new tool or a new makeup or beauty product in general comes out, I'll wait like a few months before I buy it. I want to see all the reviews, I want to see everyone else use it, and then I'll go to the store and buy it myself. But I could not wait to have this bad boy on my hand. The new Dyson Airstrait is a hair tool that blow dries and straightens your hair at the same time without using any hot plates from wet to dry. Like, that is literally like crazy. I know back in the day there used to be hair tools that would straighten your hair from wet to dry, but you could literally hear the sizzle, which is so bad and damaging for your hair. I have dreamt about a tool like this because sometimes I don't want to have to blow dry my wet hair and then style it or curl it or straighten it. And on top of that, the hot plates, the hot ceramics on my hair, I knew I was damaging it. This uses very low heat and the technology of airflow. Like, that is crazy. So we're gonna try it out for the first time today together, and I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. Duh, you guys know I always give you my honest opinion. I bought this myself. This video is completely unsponsored. It's not an ad, it's not a collaboration. This is my own opinion, and I went and got this myself, and I was like, if I don't like it, I'll just return it. But I have a feeling, maybe, hopefully, that I will like it. This is my natural hair. If you watch any of my YouTube videos, then you know that I have pretty wavy, frizzy hair. It's not styled at all right now. I love my wavy hair. It's just that sometimes it is a pain to style it. If you know, you know. So again, when this device came out, I was like, this is for that girl Jazz. Like, this is for her. I'm gonna go into the restroom, and I'm actually gonna wet my hair again. I'm gonna wet it completely. Like, I just came out of the shower. Let's just get into it.
Alright, let's get into it. I'm starting off with very wet hair, as you can see. This is the only product I will be using in my hair because it has some slight heat protection, and it's also just really good for styling in general. Started off by sectioning my hair, and this button right here unlocks and locks the Dyson. This is what it looks like up close, and this copper part is detachable so you can control the airflow. And it's also detachable for easy cleaning. When you turn it on, the first thing it does is self-clean for like 5 seconds. It pushes out cold air. This button right here controls the heat and the temperature of the airflow. This button controls the fan setting. This button is to turn the cool air on or off. And this last button controls the mode you're going to be using it in. Wet mode for wet hair and dry mode for dry hair. The instructions are super easy to follow. It also comes with this little manual for idle mode, which is basically an automatic mode for the tool. But for the sake of today's video and first impressions, I will not be using it. I'm going to be using wet mode, highest heat temperature, and the highest fan setting. And this was my first ever pass and first impressions. As you can see, I am going very, very slowly. And honestly, that goes the same for any blow drying tool. The faster you go, the less time it has to dry, so you want to go really slow. This was after the first pass. Some parts of it are dry, but some parts are still wet. Now, I did see in the tutorial, you want to use the blow drying part to really get into those roots first. So that was my mistake. Make sure you're blow drying your roots a little bit first. After the second pass with wet mode, this is what it looks like, which I'm already kind of impressed because it's pretty dry already. Now I switch to dry mode and I give it its third pass.
My hair is completely dry after only 3 passes. That is crazy.
As you can see, my hair is fully straight, fully sleek, and fully dry now. I was honestly shocked and astonished at how well this tool worked. I did the rest of my hair following the same structure I did for the first part, dried the roots, and then on wet mode, I gave each section 2 passes. At this point, I realized I could turn down the heat because my hair is pretty fine and thin, it didn't need that much heat. I did the final pass on dry mode, and this is what it looked like. So sleek, so soft, so shiny, and definitely dry. And what I love most is that there is practically no frizz at all.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the next section, and I am highly impressed. I am really impressed right now. Hot air that this blows out. Put that back down. It does turn off when you place it down, but once you pick it back up, it starts going again.
I also use cold mode to really set the hair as a final pass.
Okay, cold mode is on. Let's just run a few passes through this.
If you're curious to see what it sounds like when it's on and being used, this is it. It's honestly not too loud at all. I finished the rest of my hair, and honestly guys, this took me under 20 minutes. Look at how sleek, look at how shiny. It's frizzless, it's dry, it's flowy, it's voluminous. I am in love.
This is the finished result. I'm highly impressed. This took no more than 20 minutes, which I think is just insane. Like, my hair alone takes about an hour to air dry, and if I'm gonna blow dry it, it's gonna take at least half an hour to blow dry. And on top of that, styling it takes like another 20 minutes. So for this to take 20 minutes total, me blow drying it and it already being like straightened slash styled is, I cannot wrap my head around it. I didn't add any finishing products, I didn't add any hair oil, nothing. And it just looks and feels amazing. Like, I'm in love with this product. But I am going to give you an honest review and my honest opinion. So I have some questions off the top of my head that I feel like if I didn't have this product, I would ask, and you're probably wondering too. Number one, is it easy to use? And my answer is yes, it is fairly easy to use. It's pretty self-explanatory. The buttons look a little confusing. Like, this device looks confusing in general, but it's really not. It's as easy as using a flat iron. It just has like different settings and modes that you can adjust and switch between. Put your hair in through this side, and there's like a silicone little strip here that grips and secures the hair, and the airflow comes out from this side. So it isn't like a flat iron where you can like switch sides and use it like here and there. Like, you have to put your hair in through here and it come out through here because the air is coming out through here. So I think it is fairly easy to use. It's really not that complicated once you learn like what the buttons and the modes are. Why is it different than flat ironing your hair? Well, for one, you're not using hot plates. Like, I don't know if you can see, but there's a gap in here, and that's where your hair is like flowing out from. So your hair is never in direct contact with hot plates or heat, which I personally like. I love flat ironing my hair, but I know it's super damaging because those hot plates can get up to like 300, 400 degrees. And two, because flat ironing your hair, unless you have pretty naturally like sleek hair, you have to blow dry it first. I have wavy hair, so if I let my hair just air dry and get really wavy and frizzy, and then I go in with the flat iron, I'm gonna have to do multiple passes. So that's multiple times that my hair is coming into direct contact with hot plates and heat. It just takes a bit longer, it takes more heat. So I personally think that it's better than a flat iron. However, you are not going to get the very sleek flat look you get from a flat iron. I like a little bit more volume, a little bit more like, I don't know, life. It just looks more like natural and flowy. Every time I flat iron my hair is very like sleek and flat, which if that's the look you're going for, I don't think you're gonna achieve that with this, which is why you would probably opt for a flat iron instead. So it's really up to your personal preference and the style that you're going for that day. Now we're gonna get into the pros of this machine. The first pro is obviously that it is way faster than blow drying and then heat styling your hair. Again, blow drying my hair takes about half an hour. Then on top of that, heat styling it takes another 20 minutes. So this is just way quicker. Second pro is that it is not as heat damaging. Again, your hair is not coming into direct contact with hot plates or heat. Instead, it's just air, like it works with heat and airflow. Usually when I'm heat styling my hair, I get really like hot and sweaty, and my hair starts to get really hot and like I can't even touch it. This was not like that. I could run my fingers through my hair as soon as I was done styling it, and it was warm at most. So it does still use heat, but not as much heat as literally any other styling tool out there. And another pro is that it's really lightweight. This is surprisingly lighter than what you would think, which is a big pro for me because my little wimpy arms get so tired from blow drying and then heat styling, and like I'm just doing too much with my arms. This is pretty lightweight. I didn't get tired, I think, until like the very end. Okay, now we're gonna get into the cons because we like to be fair. This machine is great, but there are some cons in my opinion. First con, I think, is actually a little bit funny, but it's just the truth. You can only do one style with this device. Like, you cannot curl it because of the way that the airflow is pushing your hair out. You can't curl it, you can't really like bend it at the ends. It's just this, it's straight, and that's it. It's not really versatile for other hairstyles. I know when you flat iron your hair, you can kind of twist it, make some little waves, or like, I don't know, you can bend it at the edges. You cannot do that with this. Like, it is just this, which for a $500 device, I think that is like kind of a big con because you're paying $500 to just straighten it. Another con is that it's kind of hard to get the roots because of the way the machine is built and the way that it just works. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but my roots are a little bit like not as straight as the rest of my hair, which I'm not complaining. I like this a little bit more because it just looks natural. But if you have really naturally like wavy frizzy hair, especially at the roots, which I showed you in the beginning of the video, my hair is kind of already naturally straight at the roots, so I don't really have that problem. But if your hair is very frizzy, curly, or wavy at the roots, then I think you will have a little bit of an issue with this. If you're trying to really style it with this, I feel like you're gonna have to grab a flat iron and like press down the edges. Another con, I wouldn't really say this is a con, but if it is for you, I'm gonna go ahead and mention it anyways, is that you have to really learn how to switch in between modes and when to switch. So for example, I had to use the wet mode to go onto my wet, very like damp hair. Once that was dried down, I went into dry mode and then I did it again. Once your hair is dry, you go into cool mode, and you don't have to use the cool mode, but it does lock the hair and the style into place, so it's recommended. So that's 3 different modes that you have to switch in between to really finish off the style. I feel like that's a little bit of a lot of work. I'm not complaining, like I don't mind doing it, but if you're out there and you're like, that's a lot of like switching and button and clicking, then that might be a con for you. And my last con is going to be that this device is definitely not going to work on all hair types perfectly. I've seen their website and they do market this for all hair types. It's gonna work on even the curliest, like frizziest hair. I've seen other videos, and while it does work, it does not work the same as this. Like, it is not going to leave your hair like this for sure. This is definitely the type of tool that if you have really curly or frizzy or very like coarse hair, so this device is the device you're gonna use before you use other styling tools. Okay, now the final question that we have all been dying for. Is it worth it? Is the new Dyson Airstrait worth it? If anyone on the street were to ask me, anyone in the world were to ask me, is it worth it? I would say yes. It was easy to use. It achieved exactly what I wanted to. It didn't take too long. It didn't take too much heat. I am more confident styling my hair knowing that it's not taking up a whole bunch of heat damage. For my hair type, and for any hair types that are straighter than mine, finer than mine, I would definitely recommend this product. But if you have wavier hair or curlier hair or frizzier hair, I would still recommend it to you. However, I would probably let you know that your expectations should be a little bit different. It's not gonna work exactly the same way that it worked for me. You're still using way less heat, still doesn't take up as much time, and it's a good tool to use pre-heat styling your hair, if that makes sense. So if you plan on flat ironing your hair or curling your hair, it's good to just use this first and really get it down, dry, and sleek, and then use your styling tool on top of this. It'll be way easier to style it and you'll use way less heat, just trust me. Overall, I really love this tool. I feel like this is a tool that I would have loved like in high school or college because it's literally the tool of my dream. But that is it for today's video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and if this video alone makes you go out and purchase this tool, then I really hope you love it. I'm really obsessed with my hair. Like, I cannot stop running my fingers through it. It is so soft. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a fun little comment. I love reading your guys' comments, and I hope you have a good day.